Hello everybody and welcome back to Arizona Adventure Park. In today's episode we are going to continue building in our safari zone, but first of all we had to fix our vending machines. Set as H Place said it in his tour through our zoo that the vending machines are damaged, so we had to take care about this. Okay, so in this episode we are going to continue in the safari zone, as I said moments ago, and we are going to build in this area right here, and also in the area right next to the on the right side to the train station. We are going to build a pretty big and gorgeous restaurant, I have to say, and I am also going to build some staff buildings so that in the next few episodes we can totally focus on building habitats for our new animals. I already have some great ideas for what I am going to build and also to integrate the lake that we have in this area. So I'm going to integrate it with the flamingos, and I'm also planning to do something with the African penguins that will also be integrated in the lake. But yeah, that's music from the future, I might say. What I did here for the building of the restaurant was I was going to use the I'm in a loss for words right now. Okay, I'm going to use the circular mode to build the restaurant, and I used it a lot of times. So what I did here was I built the ground floor of the building, the walls of the ground floor of the building, and used the copy function with the circular mode, and I then continued building the whole thing by using the same technique, and just build that on top of the building. So the reason why I did this is when you copy things around and use the circular the rotation for that, so that you have a round building, you have the problem that not everything is aligned perfectly. So to avoid that, I used the technique that you can see right here. So as I said, I'm going to build the ground floor of the building, and then we're going a little bit more upwards, and again and again and again until the whole building is finished. So that makes the whole thing a lot easier, and also make it look much better. But you will see that in a moment. I also have to apologize in advance because I didn't record the whole build completely. So on the upper level of the building, I paused for a moment, because I had to have a little break, because I built about 4 or 5 hours on the whole thing, and I had to have a break, and I forgot to record again after the break. So my bad, my fault. I'm very, very sorry for that, but the majority of the building you can see in this video. So it's not that much that I didn't record. So here I'm going to build for the upper level. I used some pictures, some reference pictures on Google, because I wanted to have something like a safari lodge for this building. So I googled safari lodges and safari hotels, and I finally found one that looked very similar to that what I am going to build right here. And so I was trying to recreate that, and yeah, I managed to recreate it in my own style, I might say, but it looks very much than the reference picture that I had. Yeah, you already can see this was the second part of the things that I put on top of the building, or I should say, this was the second part of the building that I was going to do right here. And here I'm going to build the third part. The second part was some kind of balcony or something like that, and the third part here is yeah, the I might say the wall of the rooms of the hotel. But this is not a hotel, and there are no rooms behind that. So it's just for decorational stuff, I might say. Yeah, so that's that part, and I wanted it to be something like the lower part, just have it a little bit more. Yeah, just have it in. Oh my God, it's really hard to talk to for me right now today, because it was such a long day. Yeah, what I was going to say is I wanted it to be the same size as the ground floor, just on the first level of the building. And here we are finished with that. It looks kind of weird right now, but that will change in a minute, because we are going to build the roof structure now. And that makes a lot of difference. I really like the idea of these wooden posts right there, just yeah, to give the whole roof a little bit of support, and also have that roof yeah, somewhat underneath the actual wall of the first floor of the building, so that you cannot see the whole wall, but just a tiny bit of it. So it gives the whole thing, if there were actual hotel rooms, it would give the whole thing a lot of shade and a little more privacy, I guess. Yeah. So, and for this roof structure, I also used the rotation mode, because, yeah, the whole building was built like that, and it was a completely new approach for me, because I didn't build something like it this way ever before. But I guess I'm going to do that after this build. I'm going to do that a little more often, because it makes things so much easier. And after you are finished with the whole thing, you can, yeah, you can select the whole building and put it all together in one building, so that you can copy the building around, and so on. So that's pretty easy, pretty cool way to approach things, and especially buildings. And I also have to say thank you to one of my subscribers. Rocco just said it today in one of my videos, and in a comment to one of my videos, that it is fascinating how much I improved over the time that I'm doing videos here on YouTube, especially when it comes to buildings, because usually I said I hated to build buildings in Planet Zoo, and now I think I'm pretty good at it. So that's the thing that I always say. Um, yeah, just keep on trying and you get better from time to time. Okay, so here comes the part now where I hit the pause button and did forget to go back to the game. And hit the record button again, so you can not see how I did finish the whole building, and I'm very, very sorry for that. Yeah. So you just can see how the whole thing looks now. It also, is it just me, or I think it also gives me a little bit of Jurassic Park 1993 vibes. Because of the roof and the structure, how it is built, and yeah. But if you think it does really look like the visitor center in Jurassic Park, yeah, that was not by intent from me. This was not my intention. Yeah. So the next thing, or one thing that I did that you can also see here, I copied the building around and sank it a little bit into the ground to have an extension to, yeah, to the building, to the first one. And I usually wanted the second one, the lower one, to be some kind of yeah, of a shop for merchandise, souvenir shop, and information, and so on. But in the end, I made a mistake, the same mistake that I already did in another of my zoos, in Swamp Lake Zoo as well. I put down these counters here for the restaurant, and I once again forgot about the fact that if I wanted it to be a restaurant and wanted our guests to be served on their tables, I had to put in the actual restaurant as well. And I noticed that I forget to reserve some room for the restaurant. So I didn't have room to put in the restaurant building, and I had to put it into the second building, the lower one. So no souvenir shops in there. No, that's not correct. I managed to put one of them in, at least. Yeah. But yeah, I usually wanted it to be a huge shop with yeah, with a lot of interior that I was trying and going to build. But yeah, in the end, my fault again. So it seems very much that this episode is full of fails from me, but yeah, things happen. And in the end, I'm very, very happy with how it all turned out and what I accomplished here. And I think it really looks cool. And yeah, I'm a little bit proud of it, and I can't wait for the Safari Zone to move forward, and I can't wait to see where this all leads to. Yeah, just some more decoration. I wanted to yeah, to make the counter look a little bit different. So I put down these wooden planks here. And I have to admit, I haven't played that much in Planet Zoo the last few days because, as I told you, I am back in my daytime job since 2 weeks now. Okay, when you see the videos, it will be soon 3 weeks, and yeah, I'm taking things slow. That means that I am not working full time right now. But I'm working. I worked the first week. I worked 3 hours a day. The second week I worked 4 hours a day, and this week I'm going to work 5 hours a day. But yeah, it is kind of, should I say, impressive? I don't know if it's the right word. It's a little bit scary, I might say. That's a better word for it. That even after that short amount of time, I go out of the office and am very, very, very exhausted. So I hope that that changes over time when I get more used to working again the whole day. But yeah, that's also the reason that I'm not doing that much Planet Zoo videos right now. Maybe if I feel to, and if I feel better and being in a better state of mind, I'm going to speed things up and do more stuff again. But yeah, right now I don't have the energy for more than one video per week on my two zoos, and I hope you guys are okay with that. And I'm trying to give you, yeah, at least some more quality in my videos when I only do one video a week. Yeah, so I decided I also would change the flora in this area a little bit, and put down these trees in those planters here. These are the I don't know if they are called like this in English, but these are the yellow acacia trees, and I think they look pretty amazing, and they fit the whole vibe of the safari zone pretty well. So I decided I'm going to change yeah, the plants that I put down here a little bit to make the whole area here look a little bit different. And yeah, as you can see, it looks really cool. Also some smaller trees because I wanted it to be a little green in there when the guests are sitting outside and having their meals. But I didn't want to take away too much from the actual building because I really love how the whole thing looks here. Yeah, some sunshades for the guests. And unfortunately, you might see that in a few minutes I had to delete these tables because the restaurant that I was putting down inside of the building was not close enough for the tables here on the right side. So I had to delete those tables and put down those picnic benches so that the guests that are using the counters on the inside are, yeah, would be able to sit there and have their food outside with the guests of the restaurant as well. And now, as I think about what I have built here already. There's just one thing that I forgot to build, and I definitely have to build off cam or in the next episode, because I didn't build a toilet once again. So yeah, my guests might complain about that a lot, and I don't want that, so I have to build a toilet in the next episode. Maybe close to the train station. That would make sense, I think. Oh yeah, and this took me hours just to put down those fences everywhere, and those stone pieces, and decoration was, oh my god, this was so much. And also that I decided, as you could see with the railroad, I decided to decorate this as well, and put down some of the fake rocks and some grass between that, so like you would see actually, and on those tracks. And yeah, that that took me hours and hours and hours. But I have to admit, it really works, that I have still a great performance of the game in this zoo, even though I'm going so much into detail, with some of the buildings especially, and also with heavy piece counts on the animal habitats, in some place. So yeah, hands down, I'm very happy that the game has that great of a performance right now. Okay, please look away right now, because this is the part where I was a little bit messy, where the build for the restaurant did stick through the wall. Um, I was not happy with it, to be fair, but in the end, I thought, for God's sake, I built such a beautiful building here, and now you're going to tell me that the restaurant doesn't fit in there, or when it fits in there, it takes the whole, yeah, the whole floor of the building to fit in. So I thought, oh my God, let it stick through the backside of the building. Nobody's going to see that. I'm going to put down some plants outside, and nobody will ever notice that. Yeah. But now I mentioned it, and you already noticed it, and I hope you don't mind. Sometimes, yeah, sometimes you just have to do to make a compromise. And even though I did that, I think the building is still beautiful, or isn't it? Okay, so we are almost finished with the restaurant. I just gave it a little of these reed roofs, just to make it a little bit more beautiful and give it a nice vibe inside here. And the only thing that is left right now is some more decoration. Because, yeah, I'm always bad with interiors of buildings, because I just don't know what to do. And you need so much of the small stuff that to put down in those buildings. And yeah, I'm just a little bit overwhelmed, or not knowing what to put down and where to put it down so that it looks nice and not too much. And yeah, that's pretty hard for me. So interiors are something that I know if you know him. Eben is doing a pretty amazing job on that. Um, you should definitely check his channel out if you haven't already. Especially his yeah, his work in Thamachari Su. I hope I spelled that correctly. And he's also part of Koali Su, the collaboration of Rudy Rankamel, the lady designer, Silver Red, Mike Sheets. Yeah, and he's done some amazing stuff there as well. So yeah, if you're looking for some great interior work, you should definitely check him out. And if you're not looking for great interior work, you should check him out as well, because he's yeah, he's just amazing. Yeah, with that being said, here are my foolish attempts in making some decoration for the interior. Just putting down a lot of these masks and animal signs and yeah, sculptures and whatsoever. In the end, it looks nice. It's not too much, but it could be more, could be better, could be different. But yeah, I think it's nice and it's okay. Yeah, and here's the thing that was left. I had to select all the tables for the restaurant, and here you can see all yeah, all the tables on the right side of the building were not available because they were too far away. So I had to delete them, and I just put down yeah, some of the picnic benches, so that this area was not completely empty. But yeah, there actually were guests able to use the picnic benches and go to the counters and get some food there. For that, I also had to put down some path, because those picnic benches can only put down where paths are. And yeah, so I did that as well, and in the end I managed to put down a few of the picnic benches so that our guests can use that part of the terrace as well. Yeah, and once again, the rest of the building was a lot putting down fences and these stone walls, and yeah, after I was finished, the whole thing was going to look like this. And I am going to build the last thing for this episode. As I mentioned in the beginning, I'm going to build the staff facilities right here. This build right here was my third attempt for it, because the first two I was building for hours and deleting, and then once again building for hours and deleting, because I just didn't like what I had built there. That's always a little problem that I have when you put down a building and you are pretty happy with what you did there, and you like it very much. You set some standards for you. That means, like I did with the restaurant, I had to match the vibe of the restaurant, because the facility buildings would be so close to the restaurant, so they had to match in some kind, in some shape or form. And I couldn't manage it. No matter what I did, I also tried to do it in a similar style, or copy things from the restaurant, but it just yeah, it just didn't feel right. It always looked weird, and I don't know. And in the end, I ended up with this simple build. So I didn't do that much right here, but yeah, in the end it was just enough, and I was happy with it. It fit perfectly, and I am perfectly fine with it. But I also learned talking to some other content creators on YouTube, that I'm not the only one. These things happen because it seems to be some regular stuff. Because many of the other guys told me that they have the same problem. They are going to build stuff, and after being finished with it and having a second look at it, they are just not happy with it, deleting the whole thing and starting anew. So it's obviously it's not just me, but that happens all the time. Yeah, here as I was building the roof on that building, I was a little bit confused because you can see it here. You can see it here. Um, that gap between those roof pieces, those round-shaped edges, and those regular pieces, felt pretty weird. But it was, yeah, it was the same roof style. I might say, it was the palm reed roof, and I just didn't understand why there was this huge gap. And I tried to make some changes and sorry, tried to fix it in some kind of way, but yeah, it was just not possible. And sorry, my throat is a little bit dry. Just a second, I need to drink something. Yeah, as I said, I tried to fix it, but I wasn't really able to do that. And in the end, I thought, okay, it is what it is. Just leave it that way, and it's okay. And in the end, when I was going to put down the decoration on the outside, like trees and stuff, nobody could notice it anymore. Yeah, just going to lay down some more of the tracks and then connecting the path to it. And then we are already finished with those two buildings right here. So if you are interested in those buildings, even in the restaurant build, and you want to have them in your suit, just let me know in the comment section, and I will load it up into the workshop and write down the link in the video description so you can download it from my Steam workshop. Yeah, with that being said, I'm just putting down some more decoration around here, some rocks and some foliage. And after that, I'm already finished. As I said, in the next episode, I'm going to start building our first animal habitats in the safari zone, so I'm very excited for that. I hope you liked the video. If you did so, just leave a like and subscribe to my channel. And yeah, so you don't so you won't miss the next episode. And yeah, I appreciate that you are still watching my videos, and I hope to see you in the next video as well. So have a great time. Until then, bye.